Hi, I'm Bahram. Today I'm going to show you 3 different ways to install JetBrains IDEs under the apt directory without using JetBrains Toolbox. This way you only need a single installation for your entire system instead of installing a separate copy under each user's home directory. Everything you see in this video, including all comments, is available on my GitHub. You will find the link in the description below. If you like my videos and want to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Let's get started. First, let's install IntelliJ IDEA. I create a new directory called JetBrains under apt. Copy this and paste it in terminal. Your root password. Okay, done. Let me check. And create it. Next, I extract the IntelliJ IDEA archive into the directory. You should do it inside the directory that JetBrains apps is there, and here it will extract and also move the folder to JetBrains. JetBrains extract the ID into a versioned directory, but I prefer using a permanent directory name, so I simply rename it to IntelliJ IDEA. Here, version directory. And done. Let's verify the ownership and permissions. Copy this and paste it. It belongs to root user. Now launch IntelliJ IDEA using this. And because I installed IntelliJ IDEA before, it don't need any configuration, but yours should want to it. After IntelliJ IDEA starts, open Tools menu or click the gear here and click Create Desktop Entry. If you want the launcher to be available for every user on the system, enable Create Entry for all users. I check this. Okay, then I enter my root password, then click OK, and we could close IntelliJ IDEA. And here we have the shortcut. Now let's see what happens when we try to update IntelliJ IDEA. It says IDEA doesn't have write access to apt JetBrains. Please run it by a privileged user to update. That means root user. Now let's fix that. I'll show you 3 different ways to solve this problem. These are alternative solutions, so just choose the one that best fits your setup. For the first method, which is perfect for a personal computer with a single user, simply make yourself the owner of the installation directory. We could just check that the current permission and ownership it owns to root. Now make current user owner of the installation directory. Now check again. It's done. Now try updating IntelliJ IDEA again. Now this button is available. Restart. This time the update completes successfully without using sudo. Because your user now owns their installation directory, all future updates can be installed directly without using sudo. In second method, I removed the JetBrains directory and created again, and also extracted IntelliJ IDEA there. We could see the owner turned back to root user. Here. For a shared computer where multiple users need permission to update JetBrains IDEs, I recommend creating a shared Linux group. First, let's check which regular users exist on the system. Here we have background user and John user. Now create a group called JetBrains. It gives me that output because I already added a group named JetBrains. Next, add every user who should be able to manage the IDEs to that group. That also I did it before. And now we must log out and log back in or reboot our system. Now after log out or reboot, change the group ownership of the installation directory. Then give the group the same permissions as the owner while preserving the original executable bits. Finally, enable the setGID bit so that all newly created files and directories automatically inherit the JetBrains group. Now let's verify the permission. Here we have JetBrains. Also, if you did method 1 previously, that should be like this. Your current user instead of root. At this point, every member of the JetBrains group should be able to update IntelliJ IDEA without using sudo. Now I log out from this user and I will switch to another one and we could update the IntelliJ IDEA. Let's check it. Now I run IntelliJ IDEA. And I try to update it. And now let's check it's working or not. And done. Here in the third method, I removed the JetBrains directory and created again and extracted IntelliJ IDEA there. We could see the owner turn back to root user. The third method uses Linux Access Control Lists or ACLs. This approach is useful when you want to grant update permissions to specific users without creating a shared group. First, add ACL entries for the existing files and directories. You should type users that you want to add here, and you could just copy this part, this, then put a comma and change the username with Mike, for example, if that user exists. Then hit the enter. Then configure the default ACLs so that newly created files and directories automatically inherit the same permissions. Also here, you could just copy this part and add comma here and then change the username. Finally, verify the ACL configuration with this command. Users with the configured ACL permissions should now be able to update IntelliJ IDEA without using sudo. For most shared systems, I recommend the group-based approach, that is the second one, and because it's simpler and easier to maintain. For personal computer, the single user setup is the easiest option, that is first method. If you need more fine-grained control over individual users, ACLs are a great alternative. If you ever want to remove ACL permissions for a specific user or remove all ACL entries completely, I've included those commands in GitHub repository linked in the description below. If you have any questions or run into any issues, leave a comment below and I'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.